that the United States doesn't have the UK at its side, will President Obama decide to go it alone? Today, the White House continued to build its case on why a limited military strike on Syria must happen, saying it makes its own decisions on its own timeline. But admitting the intelligence so far is not a slam dunk. Eric Sorensen is watching developments in Washington for us. Eric?
Donna, day by day, the plans for an attack on Syria are still moving forward, but with each passing day, skepticism and resistance are also gaining traction. The U.S. moved swiftly this week, positioning warships off Syria that are ready to attack today. But the lack of support in the British Parliament, a stalemate at the United Nations, and demands in Washington for more consultation with Congress pose growing political obstacles to launching an attack.
It's beneficial to the president to bring Congress in to have that discussion.
Still, this evening, the White House is briefing key members of Congress on the intelligence it has gathered. And the UN inspectors have now been told to finish up by Saturday, a day early, and get out of Syria. All signs President Obama may be prepared to take action with the U.S. military only.
The President of the United States is elected with the duty to protect the national security interests of the United States of America.
So the man who won a Nobel Peace Prize may now be the latest U.S. president to take the country into a military conflict.
Not a repetition of, Iraq.
Obama insists he doesn't want all-out war, but simply to deter the use of chemical weapons.
But if we are saying in a clear and decisive but very limited way, we send a shot across the bow saying, stop doing this.
But the Iraq war does hang over the president and the country.
We know that Saddam Hussein is determined to keep his weapons of mass destruction.
10 years ago, U.S. intelligence was wrong about weapons of mass destruction. Is the White House rushing to judgment again?
The White House's rhetoric about impending military action has gotten well ahead of the process, not only at home of building the case, but the process around the world of overcoming a skeptical response that is the residual effect of what happened in Iraq.
These images of Syrians suffering make a strong case for intervention, but there's more to it than that. The Russians are moving Navy ships into the Mediterranean, and Syria and Iran both warn of a wider war if the U.S. attacks. Next door, Israelis were lining up today to buy gas masks.
There is a panic because the news is that there's going to be an imminent attack either sometime today or over the weekend.
And today, the Syrians also apparently moved their Scud missiles to try and hide them from American missiles. All of this illustrates the big gamble for the U.S. in this, which is, can they launch an attack and not provoke retaliation? Donna?